I made out with Scheana like Vegas. No one even knows that.
What?
My feelings never mattered to you.
It was one kiss.
I miss who he used to be to me.
You make out as if this is fine. It hasn't been fine.
You want me to end your life under my wing?
Nothing in this group ever stays a secret.
You want to know what happened?
The series dubbed America's perfect reality show by Vogue magazine is coming off its most explosive season yet. But judging by that trailer, season 11 promises even more jaw-dropping drama and scandalous hookups.
And if there's one thing we know for sure, our guest today is good as gold. From Vanderpump Rules, please welcome Scheana Shay.
Yay!
How are you?
Hi.
I'm good as gold.
We sure are. Well, now, before we get into everything Vanderpump, I do have to ask you about this crossover that's going to be happening, the announcement of the Valley. Can you tell us about anything that's happening with it, and if any of you guys will appear on the show?
You'll have to watch to see that answer, but I am so excited for this. I am legitimately friends with every single cast member on the show. So I cannot wait. I know they absolutely brought it, and I've seen a lot of negative comments online, and I'm just like, you know what, just wait until you see. This is gonna blow people's minds.
Speaking of blow people's minds, I am sitting here holding, by the way, there was 13 meetings about this record coming today. People are excited about As Good as Gold.
Yay!
You said there's new music coming at the Vanderpump premiere. Are we getting a Vegas residency? Will we see you on the road?
That will absolutely be the goal. Also working on a tour, hopefully for May. But we have an entire EP we're working on finishing right now. My new single, Boy Crazy, will be out this Friday.
Oh.
And then we're going to waterfall the EP. So each month we're going to put out another single. And it's a really good compilation of songs.
So,
I like that.
Me too, because you're dominating TV, music, and now you and Brock recently were in Australia. You rang in the new year in his home country, and sadly he wasn't able to connect with his kids while you guys were there. So he did discuss that on your podcast and got rather emotional. So let's take a look.
My actions put me here, and so now I just got to keep being aware that I got to take my time with this and do the right thing and keep turning up.
Well, do you want to switch gears, as Andy Cohen says?
Yeah, switch it up.
Well, that has to be hard for you to see how, you know, his reaction to that. And are you hopeful that he's going to be able to mend that relationship?
Of course. I think it's just going to take time. You know, as he said on the podcast, his actions have consequences. And thankfully, these kids have an amazing mom and stepdad, and it's just going to take some time to rebuild. They're at an age where they can make that decision.
It is a tough one. Yeah. Well, speaking of tough, I have to wait one more week for Vanderpump Rules.
I know.
Now, Scheana, you know better than anyone. Anything that happens behind the cameras always comes to light.
Yeah.
Did you really think that makeout between you and Tom Schwartz would never get out?
Well, I can tell you it was not a makeout.
Oh, okay, so this is brand new to us because we thought it was a makeout, so this was supposed to be like the big secret, right?
Was it just a kiss?
I did not make out with Tom Schwartz.
Well, let me ask you this question. Are there other cast hookups behind the camera that we don't necessarily know about?
Ooh, I might not know about them either.
So we know that you had a close friendship with Tom Sandoval before. Did you go into this season with any room for forgiveness? Because I feel like you were always advocating for him.
Yeah, I've always been a person who's all about forgiveness, but going into this season felt so different because what he did in this betrayal was on such a different level. I was not open to it in the beginning.
Well, you know Tom and you know Ariana. What would it take for them to even be amicable? Do you think there would be ever a chance?
Oh,
I don't think she is open to that at all.
wow. Well, let's talk about this because you and the cast recently did this super fun Mean Girls promo where you read gossip and the burn books.
Yeah.
It was so great. Well, we have our very own version of a burn book tonight, and we want you to get ready to put your cast on blast with a round of serving the tea. Okay, so here we go.
Let's go, let's go. Which server gets the award for most improved cast member this season?
Most improved. James?
Okay, great to hear. Now, after this season, which server will have the most to answer to at the reunion?
Tom Sandoval.
Ooh. Let me ask you a question. Would you want Raquel to ever come back and face the music, or are you happy that she's off the show?
I think she should have come back. And she still should.
Scheana, thank you so much for stopping by. We cannot wait and for serving the tea with us. So season 11 of Vanderpump Rules premieres next Tuesday at 8 on our sister network Bravo and streams the next day on Peacock.